All right, today you need to make sure that you are completing the 2 quizzes for Module 9 today if you have not done so. So the first one that you are going to need to complete is 9.4, the reading comprehension. So I just want to kind of preview that real quick. Again, you have as much time as you would like, but there are 4 questions, and we've spent quite a bit of time about writing answers in complete sentences if possible. So it says, what are 2 other inventions that were made possible by the invention of the wheel? So because of the invention of the wheel, what were 2 more things that were invented? So that's question 1. So I would probably answer it in a complete sentence. 2 other inventions that were made possible by the wheel are, and then you would list them. Question 2, how did the printing press make people more intelligent? So answering a complete sentence, the printing press made people more intelligent by, and then answer that one. How did the telegraph work? Kind of explain a little bit, how did that work? The telegraph worked by, and explain how that works. And then finally, the last one, which invention do you think changed the world the most and why? So this is kind of your opinion. So I believe the invention that changed the world the most was, and then tell us your opinion. Okay, so that is, and then again, making sure at the bottom you hit submit quiz when you are done. All right, and then we will go back to the dashboard. Moving on to 9. So on here it says that you're taking a spelling test. Obviously, every week we're just practicing these spelling words. I'm not giving you an actual test on them. But you can play spelling bee if you would like, just to practice those words more. So you do have a blank sheet in your packet, but you do not need to complete that. Here it is asking you, what is a question you have after reading inventions that change the world? So if you still have a question, you can type that there. Again, we talked about readers ask questions before, during, and after reading to make sure that they are comprehending. So if you have a question after we have read that story several times now, please write that there. This is an editing paragraph. It has a few errors in it, thinking about spelling, things that should be capitalized that maybe are not. I do not expect you to have to rewrite this. Maybe just kind of read through it and see if you are noticing anything. So for example, what would your mother say if you brought worms to bed? A little girl growing up in England did this. So looking at that, the first thing that pops out in my head, and we talked about earlier this year, proper and common nouns, and I see England, and I know that that is a country and it is a specific place, so I know it should be capitalized and it is not, so that's an error that I see. Her name was Jane Goodale. Again, it's someone's name, so I know the J and the G. So maybe just taking a couple minutes reading through that, and you can hit the play button, have it read to you. Are there things that you notice that need to be changed? Kind of just do that yourself, and then if you click on answer, it'll show you what was incorrect. But again, you don't have to write that down, just kind of your noticings as you look at it. your opinion paragraph that you have been working on this week, just making sure that you are saying what your opinion is, whether it was about you disagreeing with your parents, saying you need an earlier bedtime, that there's no longer going to be recesses because your teacher said that, or disagreeing with your friend about having a ice skating party. So you were supposed to pick one of those and come up with reasons why you disagreed with that. So just making sure that that is completed. And then finally today, just kind of independent reading, making sure that you are taking time to read a book that you hopefully are enjoying, whether it's a chapter book or it's listening to a story on Storyline Online or going to Epic. And I would like you to do this. What book were you reading? And kind of write about it. What was the book? What was the book about? So for example, it could even be you listened to me during the Zoom meeting read The Bad Seed. So if you could say I read The Bad Seed and kind of retell what that book was about. And so the book so far that I read this week, you could pick any of those if you were in the Zoom meeting and write a summary on that one. Otherwise, a book that you are reading on your own. And then finally today, and go ahead, you need to take the 9.5 vocabulary quiz. So questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 you are just clicking the vocab word that completes the sentence. For questions 7 and 8, you are going to have to type. So it says write a sentence using the word intelligent. So you need to use intelligent correctly in a sentence, and you need to provide enough information in that sentence that I know that you understand what that word means. So maybe it would be the dog was intelligent and figured out how to dig a hole under the fence to escape. And then the other word that you have to use properly in a sentence is rely. That means you are dependent on someone else. My children rely on me to cook them dinner every night. So again, after you answer those 8 questions, making sure you hit submit. All right, and that is it for this week. So again, making sure those 2 quizzes get done today. All right, hope you have a great weekend.